Hey everybody, it's Masterath, and welcome to Evenings of Masterath Live. This is the 7th one we've done, and yes, welcome. This is a special one. This is the 8 years of Masterath gaming special. This channel started on November the 4th, 2010. So 8 years on, and we are here again. And it looks really dark for some reason, well, from what my camera is. But actually, on the stream, it actually looks alright. So that's a plus, I guess. Also, the stream is in HD, and it actually looks alright, hopefully. So, there we go. Yeah, it kind of looks alright. Could be better, could be worse, I guess. Anyway, so... yes, what we are going to be doing today, pretty much, is just, as we've done for anyone new who hasn't come to one of these streams yet, welcome. Usually it's just a random chat of random bollocks, pretty much, for a fair amount of it. It could be anything in the news. It could be anything about what I do at the moment, what I'm doing on the channel. That's usually one of the bigger ones. But yes, so hello to everyone. Hello to Fatima Patel, Evil Panda 1993. Lelisco, Exodus666, Xander Phillips, and GR33Do. Is that Greedo supposed to be? Regardless, welcome. So yes, welcome to Evenings of Masterath Live again. Now, from my last Evenings of Masterath Live, it's been a very sort of what's the I'm looking for here? I'm trying to think of it now. But it's been a very horrible few weeks for me because I've been trying to recover from a cold. So yeah, it's been going okay, I guess. The cold's mostly gone now. It's just a little cough every so often. So don't worry, this stream will not be just full of a disease-ridden Masterath just coughing all the time. We should be okay. I also have a nice glass of water here for the entire stream, just in case my voice seems to go at any point. Very nice. So yeah, so with this, with what we've been doing the last few weeks and everything, it's been very interesting actually. Been getting a lot of comments recently on the Pokemon Trading Card Game 2 Let's Play. Hope you guys are all enjoying that. I really enjoyed making it. I really enjoyed so like playing through the game. I play it through completely blind pretty much. But it was a really enjoyable game, what can I say? And I wish that Pokemon did more of those at some point. I wish that a Nintendo, Game Freak, the Pokemon Company, whoever is doing these, I wish they did more of them. But they probably won't. Well, they probably didn't, so there we go. Yes, so pretty much what we're going to be doing... what I've done actually in the last few weeks as well is I've been doing obviously a bit of Let's Playing. The problem has been, really, is that obviously the cold and everything, I've been very busy over the last few weeks. Hello also to the Vortex794 and JustJack18. Hello, welcome. So yes, I've noticed that that's a lot of what some people do, is they wait for the series to be over and then they binge watch it, and I completely understand that. Obviously, it's pretty annoying. I've had that with certain Let's Plays as well, where you just want more of the series, but they do a certain so like maybe like one a day, one every 2 days, something like that, 2 a day, something like that, and yeah, then you've got to wait again, and yeah, it can be frustrating. It's usually better just to binge watch it at the end, unless it's something that you're really, really interested in. So there we go. Hair's looking a bit nuts here, but regardless, I'm growing my hair out for pretty much. What's the I'm looking for? Why do I keep doing that? It's winter, pretty much for winter, just for fun, really. You know, I feel like changing me looks a little bit. Why not? Along with the big bushy beard. Play Swords and please play Swords and Sandals Crusader. So I have mentioned a lot that I do want to play another Swords and Sandals game, and I've mentioned that it's probably going to be 5, because I'm not a big fan of 4, and you know. But at the moment, I'm playing other games at the moment. Plus, my current schedule for uploading, I am 10 months ahead right now. So the Let's Plays I'm working on at the moment, you guys will be seeing in September of next year. So yeah, it could take a while for those games to for those Let's Plays to come out and everything. But it's pretty enjoyable at the moment. I've just finished one game, which was really, really annoying, but it was all right. Actually, no, I wouldn't say it was annoying, but it was kind of annoying, I guess. Kind of. And now I'm currently playing through another game. It's a very popular game in early access. So yeah, which is it's still in early access. I wish they'd released the full game by now, but regardless. So that's all good. It's on Steam and everything. I played it on Sunday, and I bought it because a few of my favorite Let's Players had Let's Played it. So I thought, okay, I'll buy this. I'll buy it. And so I bought it, and then I played it for a bit, and then I woke up and looked at the time, and it was the evening of Tuesday. So yeah, very addictive. I think I've already played about 30 hours of it, so there we go. If not more than that. A lot of it in my spare time, if I'm not sort of socializing or sleeping, I'm usually playing that. But I'll keep the identity of it a secret for the moment. Did you do anything for Halloween? No, I had work. I'd come back from work, and I was working the day after. Actually, no, I didn't come back from work. But I had to work the day after, so I couldn't. I couldn't do anything for Halloween. I think my sister and my niece came round. My niece was dressed up as the Grim Reaper for trick or treat, which is great. She had us like a scythe and everything. It was actually a very well crafted scythe. It was like a homemade crafted scythe. It was great. And I just pretty much said, don't go to any old people's house because you just scare them to death. Anyway, will you do Pokemon Gale of Darkness? I have thought about it, but obviously due to the current situation of ROMs and stuff, and Nintendo being little babies, that's my stance on it, by the way, you know. It would be something that I would really like to do, but yeah, I mean, Pokemon Coliseum comes out next later. I think at the end of this year, my Pokemon Coliseum Let's Play comes out, so we've got that to do as well. So don't worry about it. You'll get your fair share of Pokemon. So don't worry about it. It's all fine. But yeah, that and the fact that Gale of Darkness costs a shitload. On what's I'm looking for. Yeah, it costs a shitload just to buy Gale of Darkness. So, yeah, it's, I don't know, really. It might happen. I have actually downloaded a ROM for the Dolphin emulator for Gale of Darkness. I know, illegal. Naughty. But, yeah, it just doesn't work very well on my computer. If I can find a way to sort of, like, tweak it and everything, I maybe I may give it a shot. But, yeah, for the foreseeable future, probably not. I'm probably more likely to play Pokemon Sun, I'd say, first. I have, yeah, so I have thought about playing Pokemon Sun. Obviously, I did Pokemon X, I think it was earlier this year. So, yeah, probably Pokemon Sun would be the next Pokemon game that I play through after Coliseum. Which will be coming out at the end of this year. Ultra Sun is better, I admit, but I don't really sort of let's play the remake games or the continuation games. Like I played Pokemon Pearl instead of Pokemon Platinum, even though everyone knows Platinum is infinitely better than Pearl. But then Pokemon Pearl becomes my best let's play, and everyone loved it, and it's gotten so many views and everything, and likes and comments and everything. It's crazy. But at the moment, Swords and Sandals 2 is probably about to take over that pretty quickly from the look of the analytics right now. Thoughts on Yu-Gi-Oh! I love Yu-Gi-Oh! I've been thinking of doing another Yu-Gi-Oh! Game, but at the moment I'm still a bit burnt out from Chef of Destruction. Which, yeah, that took a lot of my time, and I was unemployed back then, so I had the time to do so. Now I don't, so that's a bit annoying. But yeah, probably if I was to play another Yu-Gi-Oh! Game, it would be Capsule Monster Coliseum. I think I'm going through that at the moment, but I've taken a bit of a break. I've taken a bit of a break from Capsule Monster Coliseum a bit. I've gone pretty far into it, but just taking a bit of a break, sort of calm myself down a bit, and then play a different game, then go back to it. Sometimes it's very difficult to sort of stay on target with a certain game. Sometimes you may have to change what game you're playing just to just to sort of liven things up a bit, change some things. Because there are some games that have been mentally grating for me to try and let's play. Sonic 06 being one of them, I'd say. Sonic 06 was probably one of the biggest problems, I'd say, when it comes to anything I've let's played the last 8 years. Probably Sonic 06 has been the toughest game of mine to let's play, even now, I'd say. And I've played games that are longer than Sonic 06. I've played, a lot of Pokemon games that have been like 50 parts. Sonic 06, I think, was in its mid-30 parts, I think. I played Final Fantasy X, which was 80-odd parts, 82 parts, I think. But, yeah, Sonic 06 was just the toughest one. And I hated it, but because of a friend of mine, Samuel64, said, oh, you should play Sonic 06. I decided to, and I immediately regret it. Yes, I can give you a shout-out, Marnie Ray. There you go. There's your shout-out. Would you do a Resident Evil playthrough? I'm not a big fan of shooters, to be honest. As you can probably tell, I think the channel has got 0 shooters. Regardless of third person or first person. I mean, what would Resident Evil count as? Well, any of them after 2, I'd say. Any of them after 2, I guess it'd be what? Third person shooters? Maybe a little bit of first? Yeah, I'm just not good at shooters. I personally fully admit that. Shooters are my biggest problem would be shooters, and that's why I haven't played any shooter games. I do own a few shooter games, but that's why I haven't played any of them. If I've said this a bunch of times, but if I was to play a shooter game, then my first one that I'd probably play would be Metroid Prime, because I really enjoy the game, but it's just trying to get me old accuracy of shooting and stuff. That's pretty difficult. What happened to formerly Pete? He died. Pete died, and then he was resurrected as a skeletal hacker, who hacked the power of darkness and crushed bosses underneath his bulk. That's what happened to formerly Pete. He was initially just some guy, big guy. Don't get me wrong, he was a big guy, and then he died, and then just became a skeletal hacker. He literally just hacked the game and just be like, I'm going to hack the game. And then, yeah, he hacked. He's the hacker, not me. Definitely not. He is the hacker. Don't know why people saying that I'm the cheater. It's like, no, it's Pete. It's definitely Pete. Speaking of that, I've been thinking about sort of like t-shirt designs and stuff. People don't know I have a few t-shirt designs out. And one that I'm thinking of for this Christmas is going to be a Formerly Pete t-shirt because, well, why not? It's Formerly Pete. And I think everyone at this point loves Formerly Pete. You know, you could have your Lord Ugg or your Reginald Higginbottom, but there is no one better than Formerly Pete. He's probably become my sort of becomes everyone's favourite Masterath gaming character. Has probably been Formerly Pete, which is fine. You know, I mean, I like Formerly Pete as well. It was just a name that I had on the fly. You know, just Formerly Pete, Formerly Pete, Formerly Pete. Yeah, the Formerly Pete song. Yeah, the Formerly Pete song is great. You know, it would probably work nowadays. In nowadays sort of music, because it's literally just one line repeated over and over again. So you never know. Maybe if I can hitch a bit of a record deal, you know, maybe we could get the Formerly Pete song to #1 in the charts. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Yes. What would happen if Lord Ugg met Formerly Pete? Well, Formerly Pete would kill him because he has the power of hacking. As much as Lord Ugg was a powerful mage in his time, he does not have the hacking capabilities of Formerly Pete. So there we go. Unless it was played on like a system where they actually knew about hackers, then yeah, maybe. But for the moment, no, it's Formerly Pete. Formerly Pete would just be like, I've got like 1 million darkness. He's a press, and then Lord Ugg would die. Yeah, on an honest note, I don't do these. I've never done these for views at all. I've never done these for views. I've never done let's plays for views whatsoever. I've done them just because I enjoy them. A lot of them are games that a lot of people don't know about, but were like my childhood, or yeah, just something like that. Really, they've all been like from my childhood, or they've been genres that I like. I've never done them for views. Even after 8 years and over 2,000 videos, over 200 let's plays. It's always nice, when you can sort of get to the point that I am at. Over 1,000 subscribers is amazing. Nearly 300,000 views is also amazing. But that has been just through. No, that's just been probably just through like the massive amounts. Just the massive bulk and quantity of videos there are. Like over 2,000 of them. And there are Let's Plays in there that everyone knows, like the Pokemon Let's Plays, the Sonics, the Marios, but the problem with those is it's the term done to death. Which is said a lot, especially when it comes to a game that has been Let's Played so often. For example, Sonic 1, Super Mario World, also comes under that category. Yeah, and they've been done to death. That doesn't mean that you're not allowed to Let's Play them, Yeah, I've never done YouTube. I've been doing YouTube for nearly 11 and a half years at this point. My other channel, Masterath, has been going since the 4th of June, 2007. And, yeah, I've never done it for popularity. I've never done it for views. And also, a lot of the games that are incredibly popular, I mean, if there's a popular game that I like, I'll Let's Play it because I like it. I enjoy the game. Yeah, and if it gets popular, then fair enough. But I'm not going to do it specifically to try and get subscribers or views. I mean, like, for example, the personality you get with me is me, while with other people, it's very fake, and it's very sort of, ugh. I mean, if with a lot of Let's Plays, if that was the actual personality, they would be in a mental institution within a few months, if not less. It just seems to me very fake, very sort of fake personality, and... sure, you can portray yourself as a character on the internet, that's fine. I have a few sketch characters which definitely aren't my personality. But, portraying yourself as someone else, just for sort of like popularity, just really, it's one of those things about YouTube that just really annoys me. Alongside, well, everything else about YouTube that annoys me, there's probably... If I was to put a percentage on it, probably about 80-90% of YouTube annoys me. Yeah, I'm a cynical old bastard. I'm an Englishman. We're overly obnoxious, cynical, slightly offensive. We seem to get annoyed by a lot of things recently, which doesn't help when most of the times all it does here is rain. I was going to go out for a walk earlier as well before I was to do the stream, but no, it was raining most of the day, so great. Has Formerly Pete ever been laid? Well, if you saw Formerly Pete at the start of Swords and Sandals 3, you'd notice that he did not have, let's say, the equipment to get that. So, I'm going to guess no. I'm going to say no, I'd say. Yeah, it has been a very strange autumn. I'd say. Well, I wouldn't say it's been strange. It's been basic, I'd say. It's been sort of overcast days, very few sunny days, very few rainy days, just been overcast and just dull. Like, the sky is grey most of the time during the daytime. You get a bit of wind every so often. But yeah, exactly, cold, wet and windy, that is autumn, which is why autumn I'm not a big fan of. I'd much take winter over autumn. Winter's my favourite season anyway. Winter's great. Yeah, winter's always good. Winter is always good. Just sort of like cold. I love the cold weather, but I like the cold weather without the rest of the crap that comes with cold weather, like rain. Yeah, rain. Rain. It's very horrible. Rain. It's like you can't do anything in it. You can't do anything, and it's just you can't do anything. Unless you drive, or you have to get an umbrella, or you have to look like a chav and have a hoodie or something. And it just completely changes. And then still, sometimes like I've got probably that you probably see it behind me. That red hoodie behind me is shit in the rain. It goes straight through. It goes straight through. The rain goes just straight through the material that is. It's awful. It's really bad. So I don't use that one much anymore unless it's not going to rain. Then again, if that's the case, we'd probably be like, the forecast would be going, oh, there's not going to be any rain, and then we get a massive downpour for about 2 minutes, and then it goes back to normal, which is usually what happens. And also, it'll probably be when I'm walking somewhere, because that usually happens as well. Is it just me? Am I the only person who gets that? Where you're walking around, or you've just like left your house or something to go for a walk, and then it starts raining, and then when you like go into a building, the rain stops. Surely that's not just me, right? If that's the case, can the rain stop? Can it seriously stop? It's unfair. It's discrimination. It's because I'm short. That's why. I'm a short, fat, bearded man. That's why. It's discrimination. It's fat shaming. It's beard shaming, and it's heightism. The bloody rain. Ugh. But yeah, out of the way. I wouldn't say I'm having problems at the moment with sort of thinking of what to let's play at the moment. It's difficult. It's been difficult. I mean, I've played so many games that it's gotten to the point now where I'm trying to find certain games to play through, and a lot of the times I'm not like fully invested in the games, which is not a good thing because then it comes out in my commentary, and no one wants that. You don't want to have. I'd prefer to do a full-ass let's play than a half-assed one. But I'm in a bit of trouble now because before, I think last year, I was about 1 year and 3 months ahead on my schedule for these videos, and now I'm only 10 months ahead. It's not good. But yeah, I have been playing a certain game recently. The problem is, it's a roguelike, so yeah, it's going to be very, it's a lot of attempts. A lot of attempts to try and get, obviously, the finished video that you want, which can be incredibly annoying. It's not nice. It is not nice at all. But I am looking forward to certain games coming out, like Binding of Isaac Repentance, the new DLC for Binding of Isaac, finally. And I bloody well hope that it's better than Afterbirth Plus, because that was rubbish. But it's the Anti-Birth, surely. Isn't it like the Anti-Birth mod, but now, like, officially in the game? Instead of just being a mod, so in that case, Anti-Birth was good, so yeah, why not? Also, the teaser for Streets of Rage 4, yes, I will be playing that once that comes out. It'll probably be my Sonic Mania of the year, which is nice, I guess. Good old Sonic Mania. Which I really did enjoy. It's probably one of my favorite games to come out in the last few years. I'd say with Sonic Mania. It's just to go back. It's never too bad to go sort of like back, because you could have all the graphics in the world, but if the gameplay is awful, then the game is going to be bad. I mean, look at Rise of the Robots. Rise of the Robots graphics for its time were pretty innovative. They were pretty good. But then it sucked because it was kick fu. All you did was kick people. You kick people, then you get annoyed by the Crusher Droid and everything. But yeah, it's just nah, it's not. It's bloody Rise of the Robots. And the second game that people say is worse is actually better. It is. There's you can actually pick a character. There are kind of combos, I guess. Some of that. But yeah, it's all good, I guess. But yeah, so anyone who's new to these streams, we usually do sort of question and answering throughout the entire throughout the entire stream. So post your questions in the chat, and I will get to them as soon as I can. Let's have a look and see if everything's been sorted with the stream bits. That's 1. That's 2. Yeah, we're good. We are good today. Good. Okay, so I've been playing a lot of Pokemon Go recently. Pokemon Go is one of those games that I still play it at this point. Yeah, I know some of the people left. Some people do. You know, that's just the way it is with a stream or anything to do with YouTube. That's the way it is. People leave when, you know, they feel like they're not going to get what they want out of it, or they got something else to do. You know, I completely understand that. You know, you can't force someone to watch something that they are not fully, they don't fully want to watch. And I completely understand. A very forgiving YouTuber, while if you're like, oh, we're down to 7 viewers and we were initially on 11. Damn you, other 3. No, it's nothing like that. But yeah, good old Q&As and everything. It's always good. Now, usually I would sort of save them for sort of like special occasions. But with these streams, it's just something that keeps the stream flow going a little bit. Because then, you know, depending on the sort of situation of the question, then yeah, it could be a little bit more of a chat and everything. You know, all is great, all is well. But yeah, before I started doing these streams again, and before the first evenings of Masterath Live, I had not done a stream for about, well, okay, I hadn't done a stream for about 10 months, which is still a long time. But yeah, before that, it was probably about 2 years, because I know YouTube just made it a lot more difficult, and it's still difficult. I used to stream a bit on this channel, and it was fun. You could just screen record what you're doing, which was great. So I did a few Let's Plays. But yeah, and it was all enjoyable. And then YouTube changed it, and now it's like, okay, what do I do now? Do I get OBS? No, because that lags my computer out to hell. Yeah, we haven't done an Evenings of Masterath in 3 weeks, it's been. Because I wanted to get over the cold that I had, obviously, in the last stream. Because the last thing I wanted to do is give you, again, a half-assed video, as much as it's just a stream and, you know, and everything. But, yeah, it's all good, I guess. It's all good. I really got to turn the dark theme off. Which is a shame, because I actually enjoy the dark theme. The dark theme is actually quite enjoyable. I do enjoy the dark theme. It's good, sort of like later times, because sort of like your eyes strain. It strains your eyes and everything, looking white all the time. You know, it's not the nicest of things. So yeah, actually, probably one of the best things that YouTube ever implemented was the dark theme, of all things. The dark theme. It's just because YouTube is crap. That's what it is. But yeah, it's all nice. It's all nice, I guess. Apart from YouTube. YouTube's mostly bad. Yeah, I'm also giving you guys a few updates on the on my other channel, the Masterath channel. Now I've noticed that I've not done a video on that for a while, and I do apologize. The reason for it is because it's a lot more difficult to try and think of videos to do on that channel than it is on this one. This one, it's so much easier because you just play a game. You know, it's really easy. There's not much editing involved. It's just splice one thing. You just you sync up a video, the game audio, and your audio. It's simple. It's easy. But when it comes to the to my other channel, the Masterath channel, a lot more of the time there is loads more editing involved. So obviously that takes up a lot more time. But in the next, I think it's next. Okay, what would it be? Not this week coming, but next week. So be about like mid-November. The channel will be getting back to back to being sort of like, well, at least around. You know, it won't be as inactive as what it is, the old Masterath channel. Yes, kicking off with Nut Wars 6. So that's all good. On, I think it was on the 15th, I think the 15th is coming out. I'm just going to double check. I'm on my other channel right now, but yeah, it should be on the 6th. Oh, it's on the 17th. Hang on a minute, is that right? Did I accidentally put it on the wrong day? Did I put it on the wrong day? Sure hope not. Come on, load up. No, it's on the right day. Okay, so yeah, 17th. So just under 2 weeks away. That's all right. So yeah, just under 2 weeks away, and Nut Wars 6 comes out, and then at the start of December, it's the Global Trophy. Me and Soundlight64 are back with the Global Trophy, the third Global Trophy to have been uploaded onto YouTube, which is good, and I believe it's the 15th Global Trophy altogether. So hope you guys enjoy that, and that'll be running all the way to February the 2nd, 2019, with one video a week. So that's all good. And I'm sure that I'll find something to do within those weeks to maybe add some more stuff. So, yeah, that'll all be nice, I guess, hopefully. Favorite childhood memory? There ain't been that many, because my childhood was pretty crap. But it would probably be the first time I... That's a tough one, that is, actually. I was about to say the first time I beat the Sega Master System Sonic the Hedgehog, but I'm trying to think of another one. It would probably be, I would say... I know, I used to play yeah, no, it is a good one. So, I've always been short. People know I'm 5'4.5". I'm pretty short guy. But I was really good in my primary school at the high jump. Now, it's not like the Olympic high jump where you've got to, like, try and contort your body over a pole. You know, it wasn't like that. It was literally, you stand up against a wall, you put your hand on the wall, and then they'll be like, right, okay, we do that. And then you got to try and jump and hit the wall, and then the limit between is your jump. Fair enough, I guess. And I was best in my class at it. I was also pretty good at the 100 meters as well. I would suck at that now, but you know, back then I was pretty good. You know, for my stature, I think I did all right. I was pretty decent at sort of things like long jumps at school. I was pretty good, pretty athletic when I was in my younger years. But yeah, not so much now. Not so much now. I'd probably run about 50 meters and then get tired and hock up a lung. No my luck. But yeah, so that would be probably like one of my favorite childhood memories. We used to play a lot of football. I played conveniently goalkeeper, which I did pretty well because I knew how to dive across to get the balls, and I didn't really care about anything else, which was great. And then I changed to be, I was right midfield, right wing, which did pretty well because I was pretty fast. And yeah, that was what I did when I was in primary school. I played football a lot, which was quite enjoyable. And yeah, alongside all the other stuff I used to do when I was younger, like my Robot Wars series, that was fun. People wondering if that's coming back. It's not. It's not. It's had its run. It had its run for years. It was like the most popular thing on my other channel. But, you know, that took so much time. Took so much editing to do. It was very, it was great, don't get me wrong, but it was very time consuming. And I just couldn't do it anymore. So we finished Series 10, and that was that. That was finished. Try Mario Flash. It's a fun Mario game, and it's kind of hard. I don't know if I've actually played Mario Flash before. I know I've played Cat Mario before, and that was bloody annoying. I remember that. That was years ago. That was before these videos were HD, damn it. So, earlier this year. There you go. But for me, I've been recording them in sort of like HD for over a year at this point. Well over a year. But, yeah. I don't know, maybe. We'll, may check it out at some point. We'll see how it goes. I do have a few Flash games, released, or coming out, in the next year. But it's the Bot Arena series, and I really enjoyed the Bot Arena series, because that was one of the games, alongside Swords and Sandals, that I grew up. Which is great, when I grew up. Because I grew up as a teenager, and I, obviously at school, you play on the, the games and stuff, the Flash games. And you tried to find that one website that would go past the filter that they had on there. Babelfish was awesome, by the way, so thank you, Babelfish. And I played Swords and Sandals, specifically 2, and a little bit of 3, I guess, when 3 came out, and the Bot Arena games. And apparently, according to the creator of Bot Arena, he's trying to make a 4th. And I'm thinking, why are all these sort of like nostalgic things coming back? I don't mind it at all. I'm probably as big a fan of nostalgia as anybody. But, yeah. Great. It's all enjoyable, I guess. Thoughts on the return of RuneScape? That left at some point? Did it? I haven't played RuneScape in years. That was actually, I believe that is how the Masterath name came along. Which because, well, initially the name was going to be for my RuneScape character, and I played RuneScape before I started YouTube. So it probably would have been about 13, 14 years ago at this point that I started playing RuneScape. But I initially wanted the name Levant, obviously named after the main character from J. Cocoon. But that name had already been taken, so I just thought, sod it. And I just came up with something, and it was Masterath, and it happened. And then the same thing happened when I made the Masterath channel. I wanted to call myself Levant, and then someone had already used it, so then I thought, sod it, here we go again, Masterath. And now, any game, or any sort of like, social media or anything like that I'm involved with, it's Masterath. Bar Instagram, because some bastard took Masterath. So instead I'm Real Masterath, which makes me sound like a celebrity, which I'm not. So, there we go. I'm just saying. But yeah, RuneScape, I played it a bit. All I did was woodcut. I woodcut for ages. I think I was about level 88 woodcutting when I stopped playing. With all my other stats sort of like petering in the 30s and maybe the 40s if I was lucky. But then there was just like 85 woodcutting. That just proves sort of like what I was like in sort of these MMORPGs. Of just like, here's some wood, I'm going to woodcut it. Boo, boo, boo. And it was, yeah, just woodcutting. I was a woodcutter. It was great. Now, I work in a DIY shop. There we go. that's how we different. Well, we sell wood, so that's close enough, you know. Because no, I'm living out my RuneScape life. Kind of. It's close enough for the moment. But yeah, I stopped playing RuneScape years ago. That's one of the things that really just sort of got lost to time with RuneScape, at least in my personal opinion. Obviously, it did still have its loyal fans and everything, and its loyal players, you could say. But yeah, RuneScape was good for its time. Don't get me wrong, you know. And then there was like one of the games that I used to like playing, which was Bots 2. Bots 2 and RuneScape was my teenagehood, pretty much, alongside obviously a few Flash games. But yeah, Bots 2 was great, and then it got remade into Bots 4, and Bots 4 I played for a bit, but you know, obviously I was a lot older when Bots 4 came out, and I just sort of outgrew it, I guess. And yeah, I've probably outgrown RuneScape at this point as well. I'm so far behind on RuneScape that I probably never will get back into it. But so there we go. But yeah, so okay, we can change accounts now. Chris, you can stop going on your Masterath account. You can go back to the gaming one. There we go. All right, job done. But yeah, so at the moment, I've uploaded all of the Let's Plays until I believe about February of next year. I've all been uploaded to YouTube, but they're on scheduled at the moment. So they've all gone up. But it's just waiting for maybe time to upload. Because obviously trying to upload in HD is difficult. It takes a lot of time. While before I was uploading 480p, I could probably upload a video in about an hour. So it's pretty fine. So while I was asleep, I could probably upload about 8 or 9 videos while I was asleep, which is nice, depending on the duration of the video and how long I was asleep for. But now I would be lucky to do about 5 in a day. To do, to upload 5 videos in a day, and yeah, that alongside trying to edit and upload video, edit and process videos as well using Vegas, and all the rest of my my worldly duties, let's say. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's grating at all because, well, with the processing and the uploading, I can just do that when I'm not at my computer. It's fine. But yeah, I'm just looking through like all the games I've Let's Played, and Jesus Christ, there's loads. It's so much. There's actually 3 different pages of it, which is kind of cool, I guess. That's why not. But I'm looking through all these, like, there are a few games I do need to Let's Play at some point, probably for next year. So Space Quest 4 was a little bit ago. Yeah, so yeah, Space Quest 4 was a little bit ago. Space Quest 5 will be coming out nearly at the end of the year. Oh wow, yeah, really at the end of the year. That's going to be Boxing Day, Space Quest 5. And I really enjoyed Space Quest 5. It was a nice game. I'm not going to spoil anything for people who've never played Space Quest 5. But yeah, that was a really enjoyable game. Probably my 2nd, maybe 3rd favorite Space Quest game. My favorite probably being 3, probably 3, then 4, then 5, then 2, then 1, then obviously 6, because 6 was rubbish. 6 was rubbish. It was just bad. Yeah, poor Space Quest. The reason Space Quest 6 was so bad was because it was... I think they changed producers and like animators and everything halfway through the game. Or halfway through the game's production, so it was very sort of, it felt like 2 separate games. But I do want to Let's Play that at some point, and I've been considering it for about a month now, so maybe I should get back on doing some Space Quest games. Finishing off that series, because Space Quest 6 is the last game in the series. There's no more after that. There's the first cough of the stream, very nice. But yeah, they were going to do a 7th one. Space Quest 7, The Return of Roman Numerals. What a catchy title. Never came to pass, sadly. It was just like Airworld, I guess, for the old Atari. That never happened either. But yeah, it's a bit of a shame because I've really enjoyed the Space Quest series so far. I obviously through 4 and the 5th is coming out on Boxing Day. And number 6 will probably be coming out. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to finishing that series, I guess. Because then we can move on to different things. Now I'm considering the sort of the Kernel series, which was also on DOS. There is a sequel to the Colonel's Bequest, which I'm thinking of Let's Playing, which is Laura Bow 2. Or a comment recently saying, will I Let's Play Waxworks? And it's just, I'm thinking about it. I am thinking about it, and it may be the worst decision I ever make if I say yes. Because Waxworks is a bloody difficult and annoying game. It's fun, but it's bloody difficult and annoying. And the reason is because it's a dungeon delver on DOS. Now, the good dungeon delvers on DOS have a map. Just so you know where you're going and you don't get lost. Actually, no, I guess most of them don't. But anyway, you know, if I do, it would be the first dungeon delving game that I have Let's Play on this channel, which would be something new. And I'll be playing it on an emulator on the Commodore Amiga, because the DOS version is just fine. The Amiga version is better. The graphics are the exact same, but the music is way better for the old. Very good. Very underrated console, the Amiga. Very underrated console indeed. Yeah, it is certainly a lot longer to upload videos that were recorded in HD. Yeah, because I believe before I was on like 25 frames a second, and now I think it's still at about sort of like 30 odd, but it's just a lot more crisp, which is nice, you know, and it's bigger, it's more crisp, and it's, you know, it's way better than the old videos I did where, you know, like which pixel was what. But with these, at least, it's a hell of a way better this time. And that's part of the reason why I did it. Also, my recording software at the moment that's had some problems. It's fine for the moment, I guess. It works. The computer I use at the moment is I believe it's an N-Storm, or it's a Storm something like that. I got it last year, but I can't even remember what it's called. But yeah, it's like a Storm thing. There's blue light. It's lighty and shiny stuff in it. It's great. And I'm using an LG monitor. Well, let's put it this way. Here's what the mouse looks like on it. How badass does that look? That's my mouse I'm using. It's awesome. It is ribbed for the pleasure of my fingers. It's great. And my keyboard is just my old keyboard. It's still the same, because the keyboard that I got alongside this, because I got a monitor. But I got everything. I got a mouse, I got the tower, and I got a keyboard. But the keyboard, for some reason, the O button was sticky. It was very weird. The O button was just incredibly sticky. So instead, I just thought, well, instead of having like so many O's when I'm trying to message people, or type in titles or tags for YouTube videos, instead I'll just keep my old one, because there's nothing wrong with it, for the moment at least. I'm not sure why it is glitching at the moment. It is... yeah, it is glitching a bit. I'm not sure what's going wrong. I don't think it's something I can sort out. I'll see if I can, because I'm doing it on my phone, but it's pretty difficult, I guess, to try and sort it out on the phone, obviously. It's pretty difficult to do. But yeah, this is a new phone I'm using. I'm using my actual phone. Instead of my old phone, because my old phone is dead. It's actually dead now. It's actually my bed phone, so when I'm like listening to like video or something to get me off to sleep, it's always nice, you know. I can't sleep in silence. I hate silence. Silence is annoying to me. But yeah, it's nice, I guess. But yeah, it just stopped working for some reason. And I've tried everything. I've tried the whole hold the power buttons and everything. Hold the power buttons and the volume buttons for 30 seconds, and it just does not want to work. So I'm fairly convinced at this point it's dead. I've had it for about 2 years. Conveniently, I think it's literally right after the contract ran out on it, it died. So now I'm using this phone, which has been my phone for about 6 months at this point. So there you go. Yeah, the brand of phones I use now are Samsungs. I did use a Sony at one point. It was a slow piece of shit. But then it was an old... it was a really old phone. It's a very old phone. I still have it. It still works. And it's still a slow piece of shit. It's fine. But, yeah. So, yeah, since are we still glitching at the moment in the chat at the moment? So, I'm not sure... Yeah, from the look of it, it doesn't look like we're glitching that much. Maybe it's like YouTube having a brain fart. Maybe it's my Wi-Fi having a brain fart. Who knows? But I know that our viewership has dropped significantly down to 3 from it was 10 at the start, I guess. So there you go. But yeah, yeah, Samsung's a decent brand, you know, as long as it's not the Note 7 before it was tested. Yeah, because the Note 7 blew up, which is never nice when your phone blows up. You know, you don't want a phone to blow up. That's the last thing you want it to do, I think, you know. But yeah, I was working in a phone shop at the time, and I was actually told that. But yeah, it's just like the Note. I think it's the Note 7 was just going to blow up and everything. Yeah, I've never been a big fan of iPhones. I've never owned one, so I can never personally say that that I've had any experience with iPhones. I just like the Android system. I've gotten so used to the Android system, and I have a bit of experiences with iPhones because I used to work in a phone store at one time. So when people were having problems with their phones, usually it was an iPhone or a really old phone. But yeah, a lot of times it was iPhones, and I had no prior experience to iPhones. So it was it was pretty difficult. It was an interesting experience, what can I say? But it was pretty difficult to try and help troubleshoot an iPhone. But with Androids though, I just know them like the back of my hand. They're great. Androids are better. They're not as flimsy for a kickoff. So yes, folks, we are getting to the point now where obviously my voice is starting to it's starting to break out. So I believe we will be ending the stream at some point, probably in the next, I'd say, 20 minutes. It's 9 o'clock now here. Apologies for starting the stream a bit late, but that's what you get when you're setting everything up, and you got to get yourself a drink of water, and you got to make sure that your... Okay, let's put it this way. You got to make sure that your bladder is empty. I'll put it at that point. I'm not going to go to the childish thing of sort of like, oh, I piss myself during the stream. No one wants to do that. No one wants to piss themselves during a stream. No one wants that. Sure, I'd probably be able to get a lot more viewership if I did, but no. 4:02, is that in the evening, or is that in the what, AM or PM? If it's AM, then bloody hell, cheers for turning up. If it's PM, then cheers for turning up as well. But yeah. But yeah, so the future of the channel is still looking as strong as ever. Trust me. It's still looking strong. We are still hopefully going to be carrying on for however long it takes until I get bored of it, which I'm not, because doing Let's Play videos is an interesting thing, because you don't get bored of it too much unless you're playing the same stuff. Which is why I like trying to change. I like trying to switch it up a lot. Because playing the same thing, I get bored more often than not. I get bored. No, we still have 5 people on the stream at the moment, but maybe they don't have YouTube accounts or they don't want to talk. It's either or. That's fine. Me, in real life, I'm probably very similar. I don't like talking too much, I guess. Unless I've had a few beers, then, well, you try and stop me. But yeah, the channel's going to be going for ages, and until I get bored of it or something happens where I do have to stop it, pretty much, which I sure hope doesn't happen. But yeah, it should be fine though. There are still a few games that I would want to play through. If not, I can always go back to a few epics and play through those, which will be, so like 70, 80 parts, 90 parts, maybe even 1 point, maybe even we'll have a 100-part Let's Play. It hasn't happened yet. We've gotten close twice with the Binding of Isaac Rebirth and Final Fantasy X. Those are the 2 closest ones to a 100-part Let's Play. Yeah, it's certainly interesting. It's certainly interesting when we finally when things completely go, because at the moment the channel is starting to gain momentum. It's starting to snowball. It's been snowballing for the last few years, but it's still pretty much on that same sort of wavelength of snowballing. So that's all good. The last thing you want is for it to start snowballing and then stop. You don't want that. You want it to keep snowballing, and then the snowball gets bigger, and then, everything's alright, and then, yay, I could get paid for doing this, but I can't because YouTube's a dick and screwed me over, so sod them. I've noticed that even though I do use the YouTube platform for these videos, I do not like YouTube one bit. I hate it. It's when Google bought it, it was the biggest problem, and they've literally moneyed it. And it's awful. It is absolutely awful. And for some reason I have one hair that's decided to go backwards. Get off. Get. I can see myself in my camera. It's great. There you go. All right. So, yeah, obviously there are a few games I do want to play through. I do have, for new watchers of these streams, I do have I do have sort of like a list of games. It's in a folder called Future Let's Play Ideas. And there are a fair few there. Oh, I can get rid of that one. I've actually Let's Played that, so I can get rid of that one. Nice. That's one we can get out of the way. I can get rid of that one because I'm currently playing through that. But the rest of them, I haven't started playing yet. No, never mind, there's that one as well. Okay, so I'm getting through them slowly, but there are still, just going to check, 26 of them. So, you know, that's good for a year. That's good, and I may still add a few onto that, so that's all good. I probably won't be playing all of them, because some of them are really annoying to me, like Jake-Cocoon 2, sod that game. Oh no, I've already done that one, actually, so 25. Yeah, I did that one, I've done that one for Christmas. For the Christmas special, so there you go, that one's been done. So yeah, what, 25 of them? And I'm probably going to be adding a few in, to be honest. In fact, we'll add a few in for, like, Streets of Rage 4 when that comes out. But that does mean it makes me want to play Streets of Rage 3 and finish that. Even though it is the most difficult game of the three, before I finish Streets of Rage 4. Maybe I'll just do Streets of Rage 4, then do 3. And just have it like a little series. But then 3 should be first. I don't like playing, sort of like Let's Playing games and then doing the ones previous. I'm not a big fan of doing that. I like to do like the first one and then carry it on. Which means that when I eventually get to Wario Land, I'm going to be in a bit of trouble because I've already Let's Played Wario Land 4 ages ago. I'm just going to add another game onto this list. There we go. So yeah, that's another game added to the list. So there we go. We are on now 26 again. Hurrah! So some of these games are fun. Some of these games are rage-inducing. Some of these games are really enjoyable. And some of these games are just meh. You know, but games that I would probably enjoy to an extent. The games I'm currently playing through are certainly in the difficult region. Let's say, I'll certainly say that. The current game, like, one of them is Super Bleeding Meat Boy, for example, and I'm having so much problem. I'm having so many problems with Super Meat Boy. Yeah, I'm having so many problems. I kind of want to not do 100% completion on it and just get it out of the way, but I feel compelled to try and do so. But yeah, that game is bloody difficult. It's annoying, and yeah. Then there's sort of like some other ones. Like there's one game that I haven't actually touched for about 14 months. I was playing through that and I was doing pretty well. But then I stopped and now it's tough to try and get back into. Which is a shame really because I already done like 11 Let's Play parts of it. But the thing is, if I was to finish off that game fully, that would be the longest Let's Play I've ever done. Because from the look of it, it would clock in at about 100 odd parts. And it's not like an incredibly popular game, but it's a pretty old game. But there's a lot to do it to get the 100%, which is, you know, that's the way it is. I have started doing Pokemon Sun, actually. That's one of the games that I'm currently working on. I'm working on a few of them, to be honest. Depends on what I'm feeling like. And the game that I'm currently working on, or the Let's Play I'm currently working on, which is the Early Access game, is actually the popular Early Access game from last year, Slay the Spire. So I've been watching Malice Caliber on stream, or putting his stream archives onto his YouTube channel. But Malice Caliber, great YouTuber, but I feel like I may be able to surpass him in subscribers at some point. Maybe in a few years' time or something, I don't know. Just due to my regularity of making videos. Yeah. But yeah, and I really enjoyed watching Slay the Spire, and I thought this could be something I could really enjoy. So I played it, and I now have played 30 hours of Slay the Spire, and I only have about probably 10 videos to count for. So that's, yeah. Right, my voice can't really take much more of this, so I believe we're going to be ending the stream here. Thank you very much, guys, for me sticking around here for 8 years on YouTube. Let's hope for another 8 years, and let's hope for more snowballing effects and stuff. Sorry for the stream being very, what's the I'm looking for? Short. But for the moment, I actually just want to do some more Let's Play. So it'll be great. The next stream will probably be, if not in 2 weeks, in 3 weeks' time, always stream on a Sunday, because I have that day off and I have Monday off from work. That's all good. That may change at some point, and if it does, I will let you guys know, either on Instagram or Twitter. So there we go. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for tuning in for the Christmas. The Christmas? That's not happening for ages. Brain. That's the second time. I remember I did that 3 weeks ago, and I said something wrong, and I just went straight for the brain. Same thing. God, these streams. Talking for over an hour, trying to think of things to talk about, and trying to have as little silence as possible is really difficult to do. But anyway, guys, thank you very much once again for the 8-year special of Masterath Gaming. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I've been Masterath, and I'll see you for more Pokemon the Trading Card Game